Consider, if you will, a day like any other day in a theme park like any other theme park. You're about to meet a host who has no idea that his world is moments away from being turned upside down. Enter Mr. Banks Lee. Mr. Lee is here to meet his co-host for what he thinks will be a normal segment. Let's travel with him for a bit as he finds that not everything is as it seems on the Attractions Show.
Another fine day here at Fun Spot Orlando. Looking forward to meeting up with JeniLynn, filming a normal segment if I only knew where she was. Huh, I wonder what this is. I guess I'll go in here then. What the? How did I get here?
Oh, Banks, finally. We need to get started filming the show.
But I was just walking around, and why is everything in black and white?
There's no time to explain. We just need to get started filming.
All right.
What are you doing?
Getting ready to host the show.
Banks, I'm the only host of this show. You are the cameraman.
What about Patrick?
JeniLynn, I just finished putting the gold star in your dressing room. It looks great.
Thank you, Patrick.
Welcome.
Are you the only host of Attractions Magazine?
Attractions Magazine. This show is called JeniLynn Sings.
But who covers the theme parks?
Did you hear? All of the theme parks have shut down.
No!
The epic struggle of good versus evil. The search for meaning within a sea of confusion. The questions man has asked himself since time began. None of these things seem to matter on the Attractions Show.
This week's show is brought to you by Theme Park Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade Disney items. Visit their showroom right here in Orlando or online at themeparkconnection.com.
Mouse Fan Travel is our preferred travel agent for theme parks, cruises, and exotic destinations. For a free quote with no obligation, visit mousefantravel.com.
Undercover Tourist is our recommended supplier of online discount tickets to Disney World, Universal, and other Orlando area attractions. For the best deals and planning tips, go to undercovertourist.com or find them on Facebook and Twitter.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm JeniLynn, and that was definitely a spooky intro.
Well, this week we're doing a spooky show.
Is it Halloween already? Did I miss a few months?
Of course not. Or did you? Just kidding. Actually, we have some pretty cool spooky bits this week, and I thought we tie it all together with some spookiness right out the gate.
Well, that was a pretty dead-on Rod Serling impersonation. How did we get that?
Well, that, my dear, was Mr. Mark Silverman. He is the voice of Rod Serling at the Tower of Terror, you know, in the entrance video in the library and on the ride.
Yeah, of course.
We have an interview with him later on in the show.
You know, the spooky themed show makes a bit of sense now because our other segment this week is me checking out the new ghost tour at Old Town.
Sounds like some spooky fun.
It was.
Well, then let's get right to it.
Of course. But before we get to those, we have to take a look at News in the Queue. First up this week, Universal Orlando is giving you the chance to star in a theme park commercial with their new Universal Moments ad campaign.
Guests can participate by sharing their favorite photos and videos of them at Universal on Twitter, Vine, and Instagram using the hashtag Universal Moments.
You can also upload your favorite Universal moment directly to moments.universalorlando.com and browse the site to see favorite moments of other fans.
Those selected to be in the future ad campaign will be contacted by Universal Orlando Resort. I entered one of my photos of me priming in front of Transformers right next to the actual Optimus Prime 18-wheeler that they brought out for the opening, so that I know they contacted me and I signed off my permission for them to use it, so I'm hoping they get to use it.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Now, is it just me or does this feel like a spin-off of Disney's Let the Memories Begin ad campaign?
I mean, I guess you could. I never even put that together.
It seems like it to me. It was a very successful campaign for Disney, so it's smart of Universal to do it. I think when Disney did it, at least personally, that meant a lot to me. I was uploading photos of my family at Disney, all day long. It was great, and people really got into it. So it'd be good, but it definitely seems to have that feel.
Do you have a favorite Universal moment?
Well, we were priming.
That's
when
right.
we did our episode and we did that. That was pretty fun.
It's all about the priming.
Yeah.
Moving on to Disney. Guests staying at the Swan and Dolphin Resort will have a chance to celebrate a Peep-tastic Easter this season, featuring the iconic chick-shaped marshmallows.
Guests will be able to enjoy Peep-inspired menu items, Peeps decor, and special Easter-themed activities from April 16th through the 23rd.
The special menu items include s'mores made using Peeps, Peeps-inspired milkshakes, and chocolate-dipped Peeps.
The Easter-themed activities will include Easter egg hunts, a meet and greet with the Easter Bunny, glow-in-the-dark volleyball, and a poolside showing of the movie Hop, among other things.
For more details, including a full schedule of activities, visit swandolphin.com/Easter.
They're going to have some kind of a peep show.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
All right, well, and now over to SeaWorld this week. The 4th annual Dream Big 5K will be held this weekend with proceeds benefiting the Don Brancho Foundation.
The annual event is a scenic 3.1-mile fun run through SeaWorld and is open to runners, walkers, and supporters of all kinds. There's even a special route for a family fun walk where strollers and baby joggers are welcome.
Money raised through the 5K will go towards several projects, including refurbishing villas at the Give Kids the World Village and purchasing new bunk beds for the children at the Central Florida Children's Home.
Participants are also invited to stay after the run to join in various community service projects organized by the foundation.
The run takes place on April 12th at 7:30 a.m. and registration is going on now. For more information, visit donsfoundation.org.
I always love doing fun runs, so this is definitely something I might have to check out and do it because I'm doing the Everest 5K in May, so I'd like to do some more.
Quite the active little bunny, aren't you?
Well, speaking of active little bunnies, finally this week, if you're needing another good reason to do some running, the Walking Dead Escape may just be the motivation you're looking for when it comes to the Sun Dome Arena in Tampa on May 10th.
The Walking Dead Escape is a survival course which allows fans to participate as either walkers or survivors while they climb, crawl, and slide through their way through zombie-infected zones.
Now, those participating as zombies will be transformed by professional makeup artists and receive special zombie training.
Keeping in the spirit of entertainment and accessibility to all, the Walking Dead Escape is not a race and participants are not timed or required to run.
For video of previous events and to sign up yourself, check out thewalkingdeadescape.com. Oh.
Walker or zombie? I mean, wait, no, those are the same thing.
Those are the same.
Back up, rewind. Walker or survivor?
I'm a survivor. I want to be a survivor. As someone who loves The Walking Dead and as an actor, I would love to pretend like I'm running through a walker-infested area and try to survive myself and make it through this whole course.
I would be the complete opposite. One, costumes. I love them. So I have to do anything that would let me dress up as something else. Also, if you're a walker, that means the other walkers won't bother you. So that's the way to go for me to avoid a heart attack.
Well, I'm hoping that we get to cover this for the show after May 10th. So be on the lookout for a future episode. Maybe we'll have this for you.
Hello, everybody. This week, for our Hidden Mickey, let's go to Disney's Hollywood Studios. On the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, during the pre-show film in the library, the little girl in the elevator holds a plush Mickey Mouse doll. At the first stop on the ride, the little girl in the ghostly images is there, still holding her Mickey doll.
Theme Park Connection offers a wide variety of pins, props, figurines, artwork, signs, decor, cast member exclusives, and other one-of-a-kind finds. Looking to sell your old collectibles? Theme Park Connection will buy them from you. Visit their showroom located minutes from Orlando International Airport or find them online at themeparkconnection.com.
Why does this keep happening to me?
What?
Well, it's the middle of April, not even close to Halloween, and I'm getting sent off to have the bejesus scared out of me.
You're talking about having to go through Old Town's brand new ghost tour, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Halloween season lasts a very long time here, and when it's done, I'm supposed to be safe for a year.
Well, JeniLynn, Old Town's new ghost tour and haunted house is year-round, so you're never safe. And besides, we only send you to these things just because it's so very funny every time.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, did you at least get some footage?
Oh, I got it.
All right.
Take a look.
We're here at Legends, a haunting at Old Town. Now, we brought you all here previously for the haunted house, but tonight we're here for something a little bit different, and in my opinion, a little bit more creepy. Their new ghost tour. So as before, we were here with scare actors. Tonight, we might be seeing the real thing. Well, come on, I'm not going by myself.
Our tour is going to begin where most stories end, at a cemetery. I think, if you don't mind, I'd like to begin with the words of Edgar Allan Poe. Thy soul shall find itself alone amidst dark thoughts of the gray tombstone. Not one in all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be still in silent solitude, which is not in loneliness, for then the spirits of the dead who stood in life before thee are again in death around thee, and their will shall overshadow thee. Be still. On that happy note, I'd like to welcome all of you to the Ghosts of Old Town Walking Ghost Tour.
So we have the new ghost tour that's happening here at Old Town. What can people expect?
Well, this is the Legends Ghosts of Old Town. It's kind of a ghost tour, haunted history tour. We talk about, obviously, ghosts, Victorian funeral customs, postmortem photography, strange local history, that kind of thing. First and foremost, we're a haunted house, Legends, a haunting at Old Town, but that's not the only story that we want to tell. While we were doing construction here on the building, when we were building Legends, we had all kinds of strange experiences, and then other shopkeepers here at Old Town told us about their experiences, and we thought we really have enough here that we could put together a ghost tour. And also, not everyone wants to go into the building and just be completely terrified.
I would be one of those.
Yeah, you're one of those people. So this was another way where you could experience what we've done here, see the sets, come through the show, and not necessarily be frightened to death. It takes, the haunted house takes 12 to 15 minutes to go through. However, this show takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we're just telling stories, just an intimate talk about, ghosts and the supernatural and, that kind of thing. So it's very different than a haunted house.
Legends of Haunting at Old Town, it's a haunted house, but a haunted house is a type of theater. There are actors and there are patrons. And there's a theory that comes to us from Michael Gavin, who founded the Central Florida Ghost Society, that says that every theater has a ghost. Every theater is haunted. And we'll go inside and we'll talk more about it. Ready?
So there's a portion of the tour that's outside the haunted house and a portion of the tour that's inside the haunted house. Now, does that conflict with the haunted house, its general, how it works as an attraction?
We recommend to people that if you're going to do both, that you do the haunted house first. So you definitely want to do Legends of Haunting at Old Town before you do Legends Ghosts of Old Town. And the reason being is that some of the surprises that happen in the haunt could be given away. Whereas during the haunted house, we take you through and you kind of rush through and things jump out at you. During the ghost tour, we take our time and we show you a lot of the details in the sets. We show you decorations you may not have seen when you went through the first time. There's some Victorian funeral artifacts that you may not have noticed when you were getting chased by maniacs as you ran through the haunted house. So we're going to take our time and point them out to you, during the ghost tour. Now, some people don't like surprises and they may want to do the ghost tour first. This way they're not as frightened when they go through the haunted house, but we'll find a way to get those people. We're here all the time. This never happens.
Noticed it when we walked in.
Yeah, the actors are here. The pendulum's never moving. Like, this is where they kind of hang out and wait for the next groups to happen. And this only has happened during ghost tours. So there we go. So things are happening. Well, I was going to tell you about some of these pictures on the wall here, but I'm wondering if maybe some of the other occupants in the building would rather me just move on and talk about them.
And when should you come for the ghost tour versus when you should come for the haunted house?
Right now, the ghost tours are going to be conducted on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and the haunted house will not be operating those nights. It'll just be the ghost tours, and those will start at 8 p.m. And then Thursday through Sunday is when the haunted house is operating, and on Monday nights, we're completely dark. So we're not open at all on Mondays. Now that could change, so it's something where you want to watch our website, you want to watch our Facebook page, because as we get into the summer months and we get busier, we may change the hours or the days that we conduct the tours in the haunted house.
And the website would be?
Legendsoldtown.com.
Okay, final question. What's the bottom line, the cost?
The bottom line cost, it's $20 per person for the ghost tour. It's $15 per person for Legends of Haunting at Old Town. It's a great value because you're getting a lot of entertainment for that $20. Like, you could be here up to 2 hours, taking the tour. You're getting a lot of information. And there's also discounts that are available on the website and on the Facebook page from time to time. So you might want to keep an eye on those as well.
Well, this is going to conclude our tour of Legends, Ghosts of Old Town. This activity is not for the faint of heart, but if you're into the supernatural, this is a must-do for you when you visit Central Florida. But as for me, I'm going to be looking for the nearest exit.
The next time you plan a Disney vacation, book with a travel agency that's been specifically designated as an authorized Disney vacation planner. Unlike some other agencies, many of our agents' exclusive knowledge of Walt Disney World can help you get the most out of your vacation, and the assistance of our travel professionals can help you get a customized Disney vacation that's just right for you, your family, and your budget. Start planning your magical vacation today by visiting mousefantravel.com.
Now, back in July of 1994, Disney opened up the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at the then Disney MGM Studios, and now 20 years later, we're still celebrating this wonderful attraction. It's got versions all over the world, and we're very lucky to be joined by a special guest, Mark Silverman, who is the voice of Rod Serling for the Tower of Terror. How are you doing, Mark?
All right, I love being here.
Yeah, we love having you here. Now, you've done Rod Serling, you've done a lot of other voice work. Did you always want to be a voiceover artist when you were a kid?
Well, I did a lot of impressions as a kid. I would watch Get Smart, for instance, and I would go, "Would you believe I'm Maxwell Smallage in 86? Of course." I had a natural way of mimicking people. I used to imitate the teachers, and I got into voiceover because of that. And about 5 years after I started to professionally do it, the Tower of Terror audition came up.
And you always watched Twilight Zone as a kid as well?
I was fanatical about Twilight Zone and fanatical about Disneyland.
So perfect was it something that Disney contacted you, or did you go audition for it?
A friend of mine called me and said that his agent was looking for a Rod Serling voice for a Disney attraction, which sounded weird to me. I couldn't connect Twilight Zone and Disney, made no sense to me at that time, But I went and auditioned, and it's so hard to get voice work that you do the audition and you don't even think about it. But then like 2 weeks later, that the woman that I auditioned with said, that thing you did, you came in for Rod Serling, it didn't die. They want to see you at Imagineering for another audition, I still have the cassette that she said that on,
Oh.
And I was actually more excited just to get into Imagineering because I thought, wow, I'm finally in there. That'll be neat.
Yeah.
So I kept auditioning, like 3 more auditions, and then I finally got it, and that was how that happened.
Now, a lot of the dialogue in the Tower of Terror is specially written for the ride, but there's one piece in the pre-show that they pulled from It's a Good Life of Rod Serling actually on camera, and you had to mimic exactly the spacing. How long did it take to get that down?
I had already revoiced several people and a lot of celebrities at that point, so I had a real knack for the timing and rhythm of that. Mm-hmm. So that only took about probably 20 minutes. They brought out a monitor and I watched it, and they give you beeps and you know exactly when to start talking. And it ran really smooth and it came out great.
And about how long was it before they called you in to record some new dialogue for the California version?
That was about a year before that ride opened. So yeah, sometime in 2004 it opened. So yeah, it was like 10 years before that. No, like a year before that, 2002 or 3.
Okay. And do you ever find yourself, having fun with people on a random elevator?
Of course. That's my, I've done that a few times. You go into an elevator at a mall and the doors close.
You were the passengers in a most uncommon elevator. Sometimes people, they think it's funny, sometimes they don't know what's going on, sometimes they applaud. You know, I know friends that just meet me at a mall and they'll get into an elevator and I'll do it and it'll give their day a little Disney, you know. It's, without going to the parks, they'll still get a little feeling for being on the ride, you know. So I accommodate them, what the hell.
Yeah, yeah. And you've done, so talk about a little bit of some of the other work you've done outside of Tower of Terror.
Well, there's several Bambi projects that I was cast as the voice of Friend Owl. Now, Friend Owl sounds like an old man. Bambi, which was very exciting for me because I'm actually the voice of a Disney character. So that was good. I love doing that. And actually, in Magic Kingdom the other day, there's a game called Treasure of the Seven Seas, and I'm the voice of a pirate in that.
Oh.
I'm a voice of a very fancy Spanish pirate that sounds remarkably like Ricardo Montalban. And he says, "Foolish piratas." You know, that was great because I got to stand there in Magic Kingdom and hear my voice blasting out, which was very exciting.
Does that ever happen where you would go record something for a project and you kind of forget about it and then you hear it, you're like, oh, I forgot I did that?
Yes, but when it's something, you know, as far as something big, I always know it's there. But like I saw the Canada movie, the Circle Vision thing. Mm-hmm. I'm a few voices in that, real quiet in the background. Like I think there's a rodeo scene and you hear me go, "Yahoo!" or something like that. And I had forgot about that, so it was kind of funny to see that.
And what do you got going on nowadays? What can people look out for you for?
I'm a few voices in the Lego video game. That's a tie-in to that movie. I'm the voice of Abraham Lincoln, who's got a few lines, you know, so I've done a few video games lately, but I want to do more and more, whatever the case may be.
Now, the big question, and from all Tower fans have to ask this, and you got to let me know, Florida version or California version? What's your pick?
Well, I like the original version because you have the fifth dimension area.
Exactly.
You see giant eyeballs, which is spectacular. I mean, any ride that has giant eyeballs, I want to go see that. So, and I thought that was such a weird thing that an elevator would leave the drop shaft and walk forward is so weird. And they pull, and that is probably the most surreal thing the Imagineers have ever done, that fifth dimension. Because it doesn't really make sense. It's just something they kind of created to make, and they never even showed the fifth dimension on an episode. I think the Little Girl Lost episode where she went
under the bed, wall, yeah.
They did a little with that. So the Imagineers really had to come up with something, and I love that part.
What's your favorite little hidden piece of Twilight Zone history that's scattered throughout the ride?
I love in this version, they have the To Serve Man book in the library. It's very hard to see, and if you don't know that episode, you would never even know it's there. And I think that's really neat. Although, in the California Adventure version, they have that chalk outline from the Little Girl Lost episode, and if you linger around there, you'll hear the little girl crying for her mommy coming out of the wall. I'm telling you, that has got to be the creepiest thing the Imagineers have ever gotten through on an attraction.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, but out here, they have the chalk outline when you leave, when you exit the ride, but there's no kid screaming out of the wall on that one. Wow. That's the best thing, I think.
Next time I'm out there, I'll have to keep an eye or an ear out for that one.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Mark, thanks again so much for coming in, talking to us.
It was
a pleasure.
This week's travel tip comes from viewer Jordan Midson. If at all possible, try to get to the theme parks at rope drop, which is the industry term for the opening of the park. Being one of the first guests means that nothing will already have a line and you should be able to just walk right on to at least one attraction. Not to mention that morning is typically the coolest time of the day and can make walking around the park a bit more manageable. Also, the Magic Kingdom has a special rope drop show which can add a bit more magic to your day.
Are you heading to Orlando? Don't pay full price for your theme park admission tickets. Undercover Tourist ships the exact same tickets straight to your door for less than gate price. All tickets are new, authentic, and backed by one of the best refund policies. Add on your car rental and save up to 50% on your vacation package. Find the best day to visit each park along with other insider tips and planning tools at undercovertourist.com. Visit undercovertourist.com and buy your tickets today.
It's giveaway time, but this week it's also confession time.
Yeah, last week when we did the Sounds Like game, you may have thought something was weird about the sound we played.
Namely, that there wasn't one.
April Fools! We couldn't resist doing something, but I think pretty much everybody got the joke.
And, as hoped, we got some great answers as to where you could hear that sound.
We had some helpful answers like the Discovery Island trails at Animal Kingdom because very few take the time to enjoy them.
We had the technically correct answers like Theme Park Connection and Probably Nowhere.
And then we had the fun answers, things like the Winnie the Pooh attraction at 4 a.m.
The new Festival of the Lion King show building before it opens.
The sound my muted TV when I'm watching Attractions Magazine, the show.
I really liked the Broken Yeti at Expedition Everest.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for writing in and not hating us too much for our little joke. Our winner this week is April Churras, who guessed the Three Broomsticks restaurant.
Congratulations.
This week's giveaway, provided by Theme Park Connection, is another comforter from a Disney resort.
Oh, I love these.
This one, we think it's from the Caribbean Beach Resort. It's got Nemo theme to it. I see Crush and Nemo on here. So another Disney resort comforter to fill your home full of Disney goodness.
Fun, fun, fun. Having done a fake one last week, I think it's only fair that we give them a real sound this week.
All right. Everybody ready? Because here comes your actual sound this week.
Are we gonna let the unknown bring us down?
Okay, to enter this week's giveaway, send an email to info@attractionsmagazine.com and let us know where you think that sound was recorded. You must include your full name and address, and if you're under 18, please get your parents' permission. You can only send one response, and we need your email by the end of next Tuesday, April 15th, 2014. One winner will randomly be chosen among all the correct responses. Good luck.
And finally, we want to thank MouseFan Travel. Let them plan your next trip, whether by land or sea. For a free quote without obligation, visit mousefantravel.com.
And much thanks to Theme Park Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade theme park items. Visit the showroom here in Orlando or online at themeparkconnection.com.
We are also thankful to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando's attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
Remember, you can watch a brand new episode of the show each week.
You can also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter right here.
And also, don't forget attractionsmagazine.com for news and videos throughout the week.
And of course, the magazine itself. Order our spring issue today for your full guide to Disney's new Magic Bands and Fast Pass Plus.
Mine are on the way.
Yes, and there we have our very special spooky episode of the show.
Halloween in April.
Exactly. It's just, it's like Christmas in July.
But sooner and scarier.
Do you need a break from all the spookiness?
Yes, please.
Well, good thing there's plenty to do this weekend.
True. On Saturday, the Just for Kids Festival is at SeaWorld, and you can see Leonard Skinner at Universal Mardi Gras.
And of course, the Dream Big 5K. Oh, our car's ready to go to get to the concert.
We better
There's
hurry
also
up.
the Dream Big 5K we talked about earlier is also on Saturday.
That's right. And all weekend, you can see the Village People perform at the Flower Power Concert Series in Epcot.
So there you go. Plenty to do to take your mind off of spookiness.
Thank goodness. Well, anything else we missed?
I think that will do it.
Okay, excellent. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we hope that you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, be sure to visit your local... Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. What am I doing? We can't have a spooky episode and end it the same way we always do.
Do you have something else in mind?
I certainly do, Miss JeniLynn. We need something dramatic to end with. We need the right ambiance.
Whoa. Spooky.
Indeed. Now, shh. Look very stoic and proper. Until then, be sure to visit your local attractions. Try something new and stay safe. But most of all,
have fun.
Secret blooper of the week.
Now, we brought you all here previously for the haunted...
Other segment this week is me checking out the Old Town New Ghost Tour.
All right. Spooky.